All eyes were on Ford Field heading into Thursday Night Football, and one question dominated every conversation. Would Amon-Ra St. Brown suit up for the Lions, or would Detroit enter one of its biggest games of the season without its star receiver? After suffering a low ankle sprain on Thanksgiving against Green Bay, St. Brown hadn't practiced once throughout the week. His status hovered in uncertainty, leaving fans nervous and analysts doubtful. But as kickoff approached, everything changed. St. Brown stepped onto the field for warm-ups, moving with surprising ease. There was no obvious limp, no hesitation, no sign that he was fighting through significant discomfort. Reporters watched closely, waiting for a hint of whether he'd be available. And then, in a moment that Lions fans desperately wanted to see, St. Brown looked over to ESPN's Jeremy Fowler, gave a confident thumbs up, and jogged off the field. Minutes later, the confirmation arrived. He was officially cleared to play. It was a remarkable turnaround considering he hadn't taken a single practice rep all week. Yet it also reflected what everyone in Detroit knows about him. St. Brown is one of the toughest, most competitive players on the roster. If there was even the slightest chance he could get on the field, he was going to take it. Head coach Dan Campbell hinted as much earlier in the week, saying that if St. Brown could play, he would. And on this night, with the stakes higher than ever, that's exactly what happened. The Lions entered the matchup at 7 wins and 5 losses, still firmly in the playoff mix but needing every result to go their way in a crowded division race. The Cowboys came in on an absolute tear, fresh off impressive wins over Philadelphia and Kansas City, and carrying all the momentum a team could ask for. Detroit knew it needed every weapon available, especially its most reliable playmaker. Through the first 12 games of the season, St. Brown had been everything the Lions hoped for and more. 75 catches, nearly 900 yards, and 9 touchdowns. Production like that isn't easy to replace, especially against a defense playing with confidence. His presence alone changes the way opponents game plan, shifts coverages, and opens opportunities for the rest of the offense. So when he was declared active, it wasn't just an update. It was a jolt of energy for an entire fan base. A sign that Detroit wasn't going down quietly. And as the stadium roared and the lights came up over the field, the Lions knew they would have their star right where he belonged, ready to fight alongside them in one of the biggest games of their season.